Welcome back, my beautiful friends, to another episode of If I Die Tomorrow. I am your host, Nicole. And if you're new here, thank you and welcome to the space. And if you've been riding with me through this roller coaster, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I cannot thank you enough. I appreciate you, and I'm so glad you're here today. I am going to try and make this short. Maybe not sweet. Well, I can try. Little lighthearted. I'm going to tell you, this weekend I had the pleasure of going to a celebration. And now I'm going to preference this because I went to a birthday party for two identical twin World War II vets who turned 100 years old. They're both together. And it's amazing. And the odds of that are incredible. And when it was being discussed about his birthday, somebody said to me, well, how many times do you ever get invited to a 100-year-old birthday party? And I'm going to say this is twice. Twice in my lifetime, I have been able to see life at 100. And it always made me question what they felt or what they thought. Because I know if I look at myself in the mirror, I go, I don't recognize myself. I see the wrinkles. I see the aging. I see the gray. But that's not who I recognize. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all, but to me, it makes sense. I never said that I was, But anyway. But I went to this birthday party, and it was amazing. It was amazing to see the joy, memories, the stories, the gratitude, and the people there just celebrating. And then I got home, and I looked at my calendar, and I went, holy crap. My kids... I have twin boys, and they're going to be 23, and my daughter somehow is going to be 33. Excuse me. No. Because I swear, it was like 4 Tuesdays ago that I dropped her off at middle school, and like 2 weeks ago, my boys just started like first grade. So, and I was buying juice boxes and, classroom parent stuff, packing lunches. So where did that go? Because now we talk about life and careers and, the journeys that they're on. And I will tell you, it's one of those moments where you look around and you think, time is moving absurdly fast. I mean, this is getting ridiculous fast. Now don't worry. I'm not getting heavy today. I'm not here to lecture anyone on the precious moments of every day. Because we've done that. I've talked about it. And we know this. This podcast is called If I Die Tomorrow. But today is really about looking at maybe why time feels as fast as it does. I've talked before in some of our episodes about, sometimes the why doesn't matter. Why could be a puzzle that you don't need to solve. Or maybe why isn't the right question. It's how. How did this happen? Or when you're wanting a conversation with somebody, you don't ask them why, you ask them how. How did that make you feel? What is, what does this look like to you? You add a couple other words and phrases in there. But I think, and again, my thoughts, I think we have a small way that we could flip the script and maybe make some of this time stretch just a little bit longer And no, I'm not talking about every day being a Monday. But I'm wondering how, when I was wondering how the years seem to have stretched but flown at the same time happened. I mean, when we were kids and we got out for summer break, I mean, by week 2 we were bored and our parents were ready to just box our ears in because there had to be something to do. And if we couldn't find something to do, they would find something to do that we did not want, like chores, extra chores. So we ran out the house and we were gone outside all day. But I will tell you, I think some of the problem is it's a routine. And I'm not saying routines are bad, but I think routines are helping make time fly. When every day looks almost identical, wake up, drink your coffee, your tea, or your Mountain Dew, or your whatever kick you need in the morning to get moving. You scroll your phone, you check your emails, you get in your car, you get ready, you get in your car, you go to work, or you go to your desk if you are lucky enough to work from home. You do your job. Work day's over, you get in your car. And a lot of us remember this. We get in our car, we start it, we start driving. Next thing you know, we are in our driveway. We don't really remember the drive home, but we know we got there. And it's because we're on autopilot. You know, sometimes that's a good thing, but sometimes in a routine like this, it makes us forget time. And I think it also helps our brain because it just files everything under the usual. In our brain, there's a file, and it's the usual, and so everything just goes there. So how can we break up the blur? How do we take control of this fast-moving timeline? We stop waiting for the big things, big milestones, grand gestures, and we start hunting down the tiny pockets of joy hidden in the middle of a regular week. We spend so much of our time waiting for main events, such as, I'll celebrate when the weekend gets here, or I'll take a breather when this project's finished. Here's the secret. Life doesn't calm down. Nope, don't care. The timeline is going to keep moving at warp speed, whether we want it to or not. If we only allow ourselves to feel full and present and joyful during major holidays or big birthday milestones, we end up missing 90% of our actual lives. The real magic isn't just in the big 100th birthday party or major family milestones. It's in the small, unremarkable Tuesdays. It's in the tiny pockets of laughter, the unplanned phone call, or just stepping outside for 5 minutes of fresh air. I'm going to say if we want to move and stretch a little bit of time and make it work for us instead of feeling like we're chasing it, we have to start moving every day with a little bit of intention. Stop being on autopilot. Take a different way home from work. You'd be surprised at how much different things are. Scribble in the margins and claim your daily pocket of joy. Give yourself at least 10 minutes to find some joy in the day that you didn't normally recognize. I will say, looking at my kids at 23 and soon to be 33, doesn't make me feel like time is running out. It just reminds me to stop letting the days slip out of my control because I was on autopilot. Time is going to move fast, and that's just the deal. But we have to take control over how much we pay attention to what's happening. So this week, I have a challenge. I'm going to challenge you to break up the blur. Find your tiny pocket of joy today. Laugh at how fast the calendar is going by, because each day that it goes by, you can find one tiny pocket of joy somewhere. And give yourself a reason to smile. We all need to do that a little bit more often. I would like to thank you for spending some time with me today. And if this brought a little light to your world, and you feel like sharing, please do. I'm going to say take a breath. Enjoy the moment you're in right now. And as always, be kind. Be grateful. Stay humble. Until next time.